All right, well, here we are back again at Animal Training Development Center. Today I have Wren with us. Wren is here for her board and train program, and this is day 9 of her board and train program. Okay. She's a young dog, so she's only 7 months old, and you can see that a lot in her playfulness. She's even now kind of biting at the leash, and she gets really short attention spans at times, and just a typical young dog who's learning to navigate the world for really the first time through training, and it shows in her lack of experience. So we always say you can't get life experience without life, and when you're young, you just don't have enough life to have experience. So she'll continue to get better and better with attention span and focus, and using these techniques that you'll see in this video at home, you'll start to see those results. And of course, when you're done watching this, you do have a free or what you've already paid for session to come back with her to where we can put the leash in your hands and I can coach you through these techniques in person. But for now, we'll let you check it out through the video. And the very first thing that we teach every dog is this unspoken command that we show them. And the idea is, if we put a leash on a dog, we shouldn't have to tell them not to pull us. And so we try to make it clear to the dog that it's your job, not my job, to make sure there's slack in a leash. So what I do is I just start to walk around, and even now you see that she's starting to follow me. This is a very relaxed command in the sense that there's not a lot of rules to it. She could do whatever she wants right now. She could run ahead, she could lag behind, she could go to the right, she could go to the left, she could sniff the ground, she can scratch, look away, go potty. All those things are fine for this one. When we show you the heel command, none of those things are okay, and it gets a lot more strict. But there's a place for both these commands. And this first one is just for everyday enjoyment. If I just want to go out and enjoy a little walk with my dog, to me, I don't need her to be in a heel position. I don't need her to be super focused. I would just want to enjoy my walk and let her enjoy hers. As long as she's not pulling me or trying to get away in any way, we can just enjoy walk together. So that's the first thing that we do. And the only thing that you have to remember is right before you get to the end of the leash, or before she gets to the end of the leash, you're always just going to tug in the opposite direction she's going. So if she's running ahead, we're pulling back. If she's running back, we're pulling forward, and so on. The key is to do it right before she reaches the end instead of after she's already starting to pull. It's not as good as if you wait till she's pulling you. You want to tug right before she reaches the end. You having fun, Wren? All right, next thing, Wren, sit. No. Sit. Good. And with little dogs, I find this underhanded technique is better than overhanded because they're little. And so what I'm doing with this sit correction, if she doesn't sit, is I'm just kind of doing a little bouncing right here. No, sit. That's it. Good girl. And that gets her back in the sit position. No. Sit. There's that short attention span showing itself. There you go. No. And once they're in command mode, there's no more playing with the leash. We're going to kind of get a little serious here for a while until I give the release word. So the release word we're using is okay. Good girl. She can obviously stop sitting when she hears that release word. It's always nice to see when they come to you after the release so that they can get a little praise, a little connection going there. And she did. That's a good thing. She doesn't have to. She can decide to go somewhere else if she wants to with the release, but it's good to see them coming forward. So let's try that again. Wren, sit. No. Sit, that little bouncy technique right there, just kind of helping her into that sit position. And now she should hold, even if I start to walk around her. Good girl, Wren. Good girl, Wren. Okay, good job. So one of the things that we always build on dogs in our training is their ability to do commands as distraction levels go up and up. And you can see that she held pretty well there as I walked a circle. We also want to make sure that they could hold commands as we start to bounce balls or drop treats and so on and so forth. And so we'll go ahead and try a little treat business here. And I love using treats this way, at least for dogs that are a little older. I mean, she's only 7 months, but she's old enough to start learning adult-style training. And in puppy-style training, if we say sit and a puppy sits, we're going to immediately give it a treat. And they don't have any attention span really to work with, and therefore we have to give immediate gratification for every little thing they do. But as they get older, they have a little bit better attention span. Sit. I can make her start to wait a little bit and maybe give her a treat for holding that sit just as she's still sitting. We'll let her have that one. And then I'll show you what we do next. So from here, Wren, sit. Good. If I drop one and I don't give the release word as it's dropping, she shouldn't get up. So if she does, watch what happens. No. Sit. Sit. No. Still doing that bouncing. There we got her. No. Sit. She really wants it. So this is a higher level distraction, but there you go. Good. One more. No. Sit. So we're doing that thing. There we go. Try again. Okay, good dog. Awesome. I'll let her have one and I'll pick up a couple for later. She's little, we don't want her to get full. So you can see where that's both a big level distraction for her have to work through, but it's also a big level reward for when she does. And so it's really the best of both worlds when it comes to training. You want a dog that works through high levels of distractions, and you want a dog that works through high levels of distractions while being very motivated. So that's a good way to get those things going for you. Good job, Wren. All right, let's show you this next one. Wren, sit. Oh, sit. No, sit. There you go. This is going to be the heel command, and you chose your right side. Wren, sit. Good girl. So it's just like that. She should be at your right side, just like that. Good. And when you lead with your inside foot, that's your right foot, you say heel. And now we're going to keep in mind two simple rules. As we start to give that heel command, we're going to walk a little slower than we normally walk, and we're going to keep walking no matter what until we get her nicely in position and focused on us. And all through here, no heel, no heel. That's where those treats were down there, and it still smells like treats to her. So we're teaching her that during the heel command, no, heel. There you go. Sit. Sit. Good. During the heel command, you can't sniff the ground, yet alone grab a treat. It's very important that they learn this. Heel. So I'm going to make sure, once again, she doesn't go down for the nose. Yeah, no heel. And when you have a nose so close to the ground, it's hard to keep them up sometimes. But you just keep tugging up a little bit at a time. There you go. And then praise her when she keeps her head up. No heel. Sit. Sit. And here we're doing the sit correction. Good girl. Okay. Good. So still a lot of work to be done with her. She is young. She's going to need a lot of practice. She's got a nice little personality. She was a little spooky at first to things, and it's not unusual, especially this time of year with all the Halloween gear that you're going to see everywhere you go. And she was getting a little freaked out by traffic for a while, just the cars and the trucks that go by here, and the trains that go by out here too. But over the course of 10 days, she's really built a lot of self-confidence. She's still a snuggle bug. She loves to cuddle at the end of the day. But what I found through the training that we've been doing is that she's building a lot of self-confidence. She doesn't seem as clingy or as needy as she was at first. And so she's gotten comfortable with us. She's gotten comfortable with the other dogs we have around. She's even gotten comfortable with our Halloween friend here. And so one of the things that we try to do with every dog is build their self-confidence and work them through distractions. And so, you know, Halloween is right around the corner. And I would say, as far as Wren is concerned, she is pretty immune to this type of thing now. So we'll let you see. Good girl. Sit. Good sit. Heel. Atta girl. No heel. Good. No heel. Good. Very good. No heel. Sit. Okay. Good dog. Very nice. Thank you for your help. And yeah, before you stab me, let's get me turned back off. Good girl, Wren. Nice. Okay. So believe it or not, when we first started doing her with that, she was very afraid, very afraid. And we slowly but surely build her confidence and help her get desensitized to it to where now you can see she's not reactive at all. And so anytime you could build a dog's confidence through a fear, especially if it's a fear of something that is relatively normal in our society, and I guess Halloween, it would be considered that. You know, we want to take the time, if we can, to work her through it and help her past it. And these are the ways that you do it. You just work your heel command around it. You do a sit command by it, and you make sure that they're more concerned with holding the command than they are of worrying about their fear. And sure enough, they start to realize nothing is happening to them from their fear. The only time they get in trouble is when they break their command. And so they get this idea. So she's done super on our field trips. We just got back from Buckner Park where she got a good long walk out there. Typical little dog, especially at this young age. Always trying to sniff and grab stuff off the ground, and that's the stage that she's in. So just be quick about stopping those types of behaviors, because there's a lot of goose poo and stuff like that that she's interested in at this stage, and it's probably not good for them to eat. So I just, again, keeping that nose up, you can do a heel command if you see a bunch of it, and in the heel command she's not supposed to even lower her nose to try to grab any. And you could do a leave it command if you want to teach her that. If she's just walking and she starts to go down, you can start to teach her to leave it, and if she doesn't, you can give that little flick of your wrist to start to teach her, when to do that. Sit. The next thing we taught her is the down command, and what we're doing is we're just putting our hand above her head and saying down, down. And if she doesn't, almost, you're just going to use your foot, step gently on the leash, and then help her maybe toward the ground if need be. Down. Good girl. Good. Heel. From there, you can go back into your heel position, and she should come right back like she is now into that position for you. No heel. No heel. Keeping that nose up through here. That's a good girl. There you go. Yeah, that's good. And get that sit at the end. Yes. Down. And just stepping gently. I'm not trying to shove her down or anything. I'm just trying to get her to start moving that direction. Down. And here I'm just kind of going to the side. That's a good girl. Good. Heel. That's it. See if we can get her to do one on her own. That's a good dog. Pretty heel. It's got a show trot. Good. Sit. Oh, sit. Good. Down. Down. There you go. Good. The down is symbolically a submissive gesture in the wild when a wolf lays down in front of another wolf. Okay. It's kind of a salute. It's kind of like them saying, all right, I recognize you're higher than me in the pecking order. I don't want any trouble from you, so here's my salute to show you that I get that. When dogs are dominant, they resist it because they think you should salute them and they don't want to lay down. Or if they're a little nervous about it, I think like in Wren's case, they just feel a little vulnerable at first and they're not comfortable. Later, they get very comfortable with it. In fact, it's a lot more comfortable to do a long down than it is to do a long sit, especially for a dog that has a long back like Wren does. So to lay down is going to feel a lot better to her in the long term than sitting. But the reason she's struggling right now with the down is, again, they put all that symbolism with it too, and so they get caught up in that for a little while. And it usually takes a couple of weeks to get them really comfortable about doing the down command. I love the down command because it does demonstrate to them the way that they understand we're their leaders. And then it also is the only command I know you can give a dog. It can fall asleep and hours later wake up still doing. So I don't often ask a dog to hold a sit for more than 3 minutes, but it's not at all unusual to have them hold it down for 20 minutes or even an hour sometimes. So keep practicing all those with her and keep building through distraction levels. And right now you don't have to go far to find distractions that are challenging for her. As they get better and better trained and a little more mature, you're going to have to go outside and try to find good distractions. But indoors now, you can get props out of your own. Maybe your vacuum cleaner, maybe like we did today, dropping treats around, making sure she can heel around your living room without trying to grab treats when she's in the heel command. Have her hold her sit and then bounce balls or drop treats or maybe her favorite toy, which she still has at home with us. And so drop that in front of her, make sure that she can hold her commands through that sort of thing. And then you're going to be starting to see her ready to go out into the real world and do obedience in places where you really need her to do it, like maybe a pet store or a park, that type of setting. So just realize that distractions are just kind of like a ladder that you're always trying to get higher and higher up on, and you just got to do the art of training, which is to create a challenging but doable environment for your dog to train in each and every session. If it's too challenging, that's not helpful. If it's too easy, that's not helpful. You're looking for her to get a good workout. So I always tell you, if the dog isn't doing anything wrong, you're not making any corrections, it's probably too easy. If the dog is doing nothing but wrong and you're doing nothing but correcting, that's probably too hard. And we're trying to find a nice balance between those two to do our training in. If you just practice 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, you're going to see in a very short period of time a dog that is getting super well trained, and I would encourage you to do just that. Heel. Oh, heel. Good. Heel. Good girl. That's right. Sit. Sit. Good. Heel. That's it. Figure 8 patterns are always helpful. It allows for a dog to practice both left turns and right turns. And we try to make sure that they stay perfectly in position, both with those left and right turns. Good girl. Come on. That's it. There you go. Good. And get that sit. Sit. There you go, Wren. Good dog. Okay. Good. Sit. Good. Now we're going to try down. So I'm just putting my hand out. Oops. Trying to keep her in that sit position down. And then we're just going to step gently. Come on, girl. You can do it. Down. Go on. Up. Down. Good. Down. Down. Good. Heel. No, heel. Back to some figure 8s. And if you're struggling with the down position or any position really, we have a saying around here, if in doubt, heel it out. So there are times where dog gets a little confused and worked up or whatever the case may be. If it just looks like things aren't going well with whatever command you're trying to do, there you go. You could just go into another heel position, and that's the easiest way to get reconnected, get them back focused on you, heel, and get them just kind of moving through it. And then you can go back and try that technique that you're struggling with. So we're struggling a little bit with the down here. Sit. No, sit. That's it, girl. Good girl. Down. Down. There she goes. That's better. All the way. Down. Down. There we are. Good. Heel. I know that Wren's mom knows this, but those of you that are watching that don't know Wren as well, she is a big fan of belly rubs. Sit. Big fan. And it's kind of fun. I think she's almost ticklish. She likes it. So a lot of this, her rolling over at the end, I think she's kind of half looking for that type of thing. Down. 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 There we go. There's a good one. Heel. Didn't think this was going to be an instructional video. I thought it was a demonstration video, but we're having a little challenge with this down for some reason. Down. No. Down. There we go. Good girl. Heel. That's good. Now sometimes when you're practicing, instead of always leading with the right foot and giving that heel command, try this. Sit. Lead with your left foot and say nothing and see if she stays put. Now you can say stay here if you want. No sit. No sit. 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 Good. Heel. But I've taught her, even if you don't say anything, if you lead with the right foot, she should get up and heel with you and stay in that right side position. And if you lead with the left foot, she should stay put in whatever position she's in. In this case, it'll be the sit. No, sit. Come on, honey. Let's get this done. There you go. Good job. Left foot, stay put. There's a good one. And right foot, heel. Yeah, look at you, you're happy, you did good. Nice, we're gonna try one more down. Hopefully get a good one without too much drama here. Sit, there's a good sit. And Wren, down. Just putting my hand out so she can see. And then stepping down. And if need be, you can kind of tightrope your way up, down. There we go. Until we get her into position. So we're making progress. Now I'm not having to bend down and help with my hand. And the sooner you can do that, the better. So when you're given this command, make sure you're standing straight and upright. That puts the best body language for you to use for this command. And then just, lower the leash and slowly get your foot over it. We're just trying to work her way into the down position like she is now. So that's how you do it. Of course, we worked a lot on the come command. Come. When we call her, she should come and sit in front of us. There you go, just like that. Come, backing away from her as you're calling her, draws her like a magnet. There you go. Good. And I would recommend that you do that on walks. So what we do on walks is we give that release word, okay. And now she doesn't have to be in the heel position or anything, but once she's out ahead a little bit, every now and then just call her. Wren, come, and go backwards. That it, girl. Good. Sit. Nice. And then okay. And do that maybe 3 or 4 times during a walk, like if you're going to do a 20-minute walk. Do that once every 5 minutes or so, and just get her conditioned that when you're calling her, she needs to hurry up because you're going to be going the opposite direction. And by the way, before you go the opposite direction, please look over your shoulder, make sure you don't run into anything. But by running backwards or trotting backwards like I'm showing you, it really draws them quickly and in a straight line to you. You won't have to do it forever, but it really helps get the ball rolling as you start doing that. So we taught her the place command. She's really... She loves to be cozy, so putting her on anything she's happy to be on. So you'll see that she's going to be good at that command for you. And what else? I think that's about it. Good girl. Good girl. She's come a long way in a short time. And I know you'll be excited to see her, and she'll be excited to see you. So again, get reacquainted with one another, get comfortable, and then let's get a call in and schedule a time that's good for both of us for you to come back and do that private session. So, we will see you then. Happy training. How are you two doing? We're going to have some fun today? You think it's too cold still? You're ready, huh? Who wants to have some fun? Who wants to have some fun? I know you want to have some fun. Get that ball. Good boy. Good girl, Sadie. Get that ball. Get it. Get that ball. You want this one? How about that one? There you go. Good dog. There we go. Good. There we go. Good dogs. Wren, are you cozy? Are you cozy in Sadie's bed? Are you? Sadie doesn't seem to mind. She's good at sharing. You just want to play. You want to play. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Good dog. Good boy. Good girl. Drop it. Good. Okay. Good boy. Drop it. Ready? Get it. Good boy. You got it, Sadie. Good girl. She's going to take it all the way over there. You got it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There you go. Drop it. Good boy. Ready? Sit. Sit. You gotta sit. Sit. Good. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Good girl.